A very good evening, dear viewers. Welcome to English News Bulletin here on Rwanda Television. I believe you had a good start of the week. Let's kick off today's edition. On the second day of the UCI Road World Championship in Kigali, Swedish Jakob Söderqvist won the World Cycling Championship in the time trial for men under 23. On Monday, the Prime Minister, Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, joined residents in Nyaruguru district to officially launch the 2026 agricultural season. And on the international scene, Sudan's hospitals are under pressure, overwhelmed by outbreaks of diseases that have infected thousands of people. My name is Olivnet, and it's always a pleasure to have you on board, and I also believe that you're enjoying the UCI Road World Championships. And kicking off today, on the second day of the UCI Road World Championship in Kigali, Swedish Jakob Söderqvist won the World Cycling Championship in the time trial for men under 23, and this category was special because for the first time, the women's race was also held at this championship taking place in Kigali. Adams Kwizera has more on this.
Day 2 of the UCI 2025 Road World Championships here in Kigali put the spotlight on the next generation in the cycling talent. The under-23 men and women battled the clock in the individual time trial, testing their strength, speed, and resilience on a demanding Rwandan course.
I really enjoyed myself today and all my days being here. Actually, I really enjoyed the country so far and my stay, and I'm absorbing a lot of energy from the surroundings, and I think the preparations was really good. I came from altitude and was adapted already to these types of conditions and also the heat, so to manage my best race today was really a show that all the preparations went perfectly and that I had my head in the right place. It was for sure challenging in a special way, because for sure it's super tough for the championships TT, and still I knew that it was something that I could enjoy. So with how it tests your limit and how it tests your pacing, it was really something that I knew that I could do really well, and I didn't doubt on myself because of this.
How did you prepare?
Basically, I tried to really stay in all my limits before the first climb and really just come into the rhythm and find my flow. But then I had 3 finish lines, one at the top of the first climb, one at the top of the second climb, and one at the finish line. So then just recovering in between, and this normally works quite well for me. I think I will just try to refocus and really keeping cool mentally. It's a bigger challenge, and for sure you have to. It's going to be a big challenge for me because I'm a bigger profile, a bigger guy, and it's a lot of climbing on this one also. So I have respect for it, but I think that I will come with a similar mentality, and we can just see how it goes on Friday.
Yeah, it was good. I gave it everything I could give on the day. My legs didn't feel 100%, so I was just giving everything I could with what I had in the tank today, so I'm really happy to have such a gap at the end. The cobble climb just before the finish was really brutal, really super hard, so I knew that it was possible to gain some time there, but also to lose time if something went wrong. So yeah, I had to make sure I had enough energy left at the end to be able to go up this climb as fast as possible. Yeah, I really like it here. It's super cool. Maybe I was a little bit unsure what to expect when I came here, but yeah, from the training rides I've done and from the atmosphere and the recon a few days ago, and yeah, everything around the race, it's been super cool. It's been really fun to be here.
The president of FEGRAC highlighted that the first 2 days have not only showcased intense competition, but also the Rwanda's readiness to deliver the world-class event of cycling on the African continent.
I think the whole overview is, again, as I said, safety first, not only for our team, the national team, but for all the riders that are here in Rwanda from different countries, 100 and something. We take safety very serious, and for the national team, we've been talking to them, and everybody understands that yes, you can get excited, but you have to be safe. So that's the most important thing. On the other hand, everyone is fine. Everyone is happy. Those who are busy training right now, I think today The juniors have trained. Tomorrow they will be their day. Today the women under 23 have just finished, so they are going to rest, and then tomorrow they'll start training to get ready for the road race championship, which will be on Thursday, if my mind serves me correctly. So everybody's fine. Again, I can't just, as we're in Rwanda, I can't just talk on Rwandan team. I have the responsibility also to make sure that everybody understands that all the nations that are here, all riders are okay and safe.
For these rising stars, today was more than just a fight against time. It was a chance to measure themselves against the best of their age group on the African continent. And as the U23 riders gain valuable experience, Kigali continues to make history as the proud host of this cycling biggest event. Adam Squizera reporting for RTV News in Kigali, Rwanda.
Thank you, Adams, and that was the highlight of the day two of the championship, and now still on this championship that is making headlines around the world and in Rwanda where it is being held. We had the pleasure to speak to the president of UCI, David Lapartien, who commended Rwanda for its organization of the World Cycling Championship, the first ever to be held on the African continent. And in this interview, he explained the reasoning and criteria behind bringing the championship to Rwanda.
There are two main reasons behind this choice. The first is that UCI Road World Championships, since the creation of the UCI in 1900, 125 years ago, had never been staged in Africa. When I was elected UCI president in 2017, I pledged that our flagship event would come to Africa. Because cycling is growing rapidly here, that's the first reason. The second is that when it came time to select a host, we said to ourselves, when you think of Africa and you think of cycling, you think of Rwanda. Here, there is passion, expertise, strong commitment from the authorities, including President Paul Kagame himself, organizational know-how, and all the right conditions for success. And today, Africa is giving a remarkable demonstration to the world with this magnificent opening day. Were these factors that set Rwanda apart from the other African bids, if there were any? There were indeed two strong African bids, Rwanda and Morocco. I wrote to all 54 African nations, inviting them to submit applications, so that everyone would have an equal opportunity. In the end, we received 2 applications, and ultimately, it was the Tour de Rwanda's proven track record, the authorities' commitment, the quality of infrastructure, and of course, the passion that made the difference. At the UCI, we value seeing thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of fans lining the roads. Having witnessed the Tour de Rwanda myself, I knew that passion was real. So all the conditions were in the place for the UCI Management Committee on recommendations to award the World Championships to Rwanda. Can we say that choosing Rwanda will influence the development of cycling in Africa? We have already brought in a large number of athletes inviting competitors from every African country. Africa is the most represented continent here. 36 African nations compared to 35 European ones. This shows that Africa is truly awakening to cycling. The continent already has some of very talented riders, and we believe there will be a lasting legacy through technical know-how, athlete development, and the UCI Continental Center that has been opened here to train riders. Our goal was never simply to bring our World Championships to Africa and then leave. We wanted to leave something tangible behind and to ensure that in the near future, we see an African rider crowned world champion. I'm confident we won't have to wait long. Mr. President, at the opening of these World Championships, you say that what was once a dream has become reality. It's only the first day of competition. What are your impressions so far? They are exceptional. I've seen large crowds, many children, smiles everywhere, and flawless organization. National federations are continuing to arrive, and many officials have come to me saying, "This is wonderful, Mr. President. This was your vision, but we never imagined it would be on this scale, with such enthusiasm." Everywhere I've looked, I've seen smiles, positive energy, great feedbacks, and officials genuinely impressed by the quality of the event. So, yes, my feelings are exceptional, and I would say this is a very promising start, a well-born child, and I'm confident the coming week will be outstanding.
Still on the UCI Road World Championship, organizers as well as participants from across the world expressed their appreciation for the internet accessibility they found in Rwanda, as it is helping them with GPS technology and transmitting audios and videos to all continents quickly and at a low cost. Nora Gladys reports.
Yes, I am, because the other
Michael Schar from Switzerland is one of the participants in the International Cycling Championship currently taking place in Kigali. He shared his positive experience of accessing the internet both inside and outside the hotel. It is a joy he shares with many others, including social media users who are broadcasting to a wider audience what is happening in Rwanda.
I see the internet connection very good. We have a good 4G, 5G. We go to MTN to get SIM cards into our phones, the tablets, and all the devices. And like this, we can watch the race when we are on the road, because we are not always in the hotel where we use the Wi-Fi.
I'm connected now. I'm connected. I watch the video. I make everything with connection without problem. I took like 5,000 since I have been here. They tell me that it's unlimited, but till now I have also connection. I've been here for 23 days now in Rwanda, and it's very good. I have no problem with 5,000. I have connection for more than 20 days, and they told me that I asked for 1 month. They say 1 month will be enough for me, and I realize it. I'm always in internet, morning till evening till night. I'm in internet. It's very cheap and very good, really. You are making a very great job.
I see many different countries and many different situations. Then for me it's very important for connect with my family, also connect about what happened in Rwanda. Now in Rwanda, what happened here? Okay, I check the internet. I also pay that, I have a data, but with that area is better for me because I can see movie.
Ubunge Grand Hotel, which is hosting 95 guests from 4 countries, is one of the 33 hotels accommodating those attending this International Cycling Championship. Its general manager, Eugene Munyaneza, says they have strengthened the hotel's internet service. The player who won yesterday comes from Switzerland. We're the ones hosting him. So it is an opportunity for us, and besides serving such clients as a hotel, we must provide sufficient and fast internet. We have no problem with internet access because the telecommunication companies we work with have provided us with enough internet, and it is something we always know must be available in abundance in the country. International television stations present in Rwanda are broadcasting this international championship to nearly 300 million viewers worldwide, making use of Rwanda's internet services. Fred Rwigamba, one of the satellite internet providers in the country, says Rwanda is performing very well in internet services such that there is nothing they can fault.
It's a good time to showcase Rwanda in terms of not only the infrastructure, in terms of the roads, but also the connectivity, because it plays a very crucial role when it comes to us being seen on international scene. This event is being broadcasted, I think, over 130 countries or something, if I'm not mistaken. So for this to happen, fast internet, reliable, and cost effective is very important. So and that's what we're offering. We are having a special package specifically for this event that we call Internet on the Move or on request. So we are glad that some clients like hotels have really come to us, and we're calling upon others to still reach out to us, Zua Broadband, on our social media platforms, on our website. Call us, let's come do the setup. It's zero capex upfront. Set up, and then after the 2 weeks, if you no longer need the same package, we'll come and take off everything and go back home. So all we need is to ensure that our guests that we are receiving have seen to have or see us to have the best experience, to give them the best experience when it comes to internet connectivity.
The International Cycling Championship, being held in Africa for the first time, is also the first to use GPS technology to monitor the safety and location of cyclists wherever they are. Enra Gladys, RwandaTV News.
And on activities related to the UCI Road World Championship, which is attracting visitors from all over the globe, many international guests have brought unique products and innovations to showcase, seeing this as an opportunity to promote their activities. Others have expressed excitement to explore the natural beauty and cultural treasures that Rwanda proudly offers. The event not only celebrates sport but also highlights Rwanda as a vibrant destination for culture, tourism and business.
Here for the world, for the course, for the cycling. We don't even go yet. We need to go. We need to go to the safari.
Because of the cyclists, the world champions, because Remco Evenepoel is riding and he won yesterday. So we're gonna follow that also next Sunday on the race. And when that is finished, we're gonna do a safari, 2 days in the Akagera Park. We want to see the wild animals over here. We want to see the nature, because it's a lot of different than in Belgium. And it's also fantastic over here because it's nice weather and temperature, and all the people are very, very kind.
Mutamuriza Nina Anais, representing Visit Rwanda, notes that sharing Rwanda's scenic beauty with foreign visitors is already yielding positive results.
Shows them what they could be experiencing if they booked a tour to visit the gorillas, let's say. It shows them it takes them on a safari, but when they're sitting here. So it shows them when you get to the park and the guide is giving you the briefing and they're taking you to the forest to check the gorillas or Akagera on the safaris. It creates interest and curiosity, and people are now thinking, oh, okay, if I can see it here from where I'm sitting, what if I book a tour now to go and see the giants?
Now to other matters. On Monday, the Prime Minister, Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, joined residents of Nyagisozi and Tyahinda sectors in Nyaruguru district to officially launch the 2026 agricultural season. He urged citizens to increase agricultural production, emphasizing that farming remains a key driver of the country's development. During the launch, farmers shared their agricultural progress with the Prime Minister, attributing the achievements to effective leadership and support. They highlighted the benefits of inputs such as lime, which reduces soil acidity and improves land fertility, contributing to higher productivity. The farmers also noted that access to improved seeds, other essential farm inputs, and a well-prepared swamps has significantly boosted their crop yields. The Prime Minister, Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, who launched the 2026 agricultural season in this sector, where 115 hectares of maize were planted, encouraged farmers to further enhance their productivity. He called on them to increase yields beyond current 5 tons per hectare and aim to double production. Nyaruguru district has approximately 55,000 hectares of arable land, with over 9,000 hectares allocated for maize cultivation, and during the A and B season, there's more than 10 hectares dedicated to potato farming, where the 2026 A season was launched, spans 115 hectares and is farmed by 1,742 residents. Currently, farmers harvest 5.2 tons of maize per hectare and 25 tons of potatoes, with the goal of doubling these yields. Moving ahead, the Prime Minister, Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, has urged tea farmers in Nyaruguru district and those working in the Sovu industrial zone in Hue district to increase both the quality and quantity of their production. We have a detailed story. In the Mata sector of Nyaruguru, farmers are plucking tea leaves to supply the nearby Mata Tea Company. They cultivate a total of 1,600 hectares, including the factory's own land. tea farming has become the driving force behind their development, ending the famine that once forced many people to leave the area in search of food. Before, we didn't have much money, but since we started tea farming, even those without funds can find work here, earn an income, and buy what they need. During this two-day working visit in the southern province, the Prime Minister Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, accompanied by other government officials, met with farmers in their tea fields. He also visited the Mata Tea Factory, where he was shown how the facility processes tea using modern machinery, handling harvests from more than 2,200 partner farmers. Cedric Nyumugabo, the factory manager, said that following the advice from the Prime Minister and other leaders, they plan to expand the land using tea cultivation. He entrusted us with the responsibility of expanding the land used for tea cultivation, aiming to increase the productivity of the factory. In pursuing this goal, he also urged us not only to expand the land, but also to focus on the development of the farmers we work with, helping them increase their own farming areas as well. As part of its efforts to help people overcome poverty, Mata Tea Company employs more than 5,000 people, including 3,000 permanent staff and over 2,000 casual workers. Prime Minister Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva urged residents of Nyaruguru to embrace agriculture as a key means of transforming their livelihoods. We know that agriculture is crucial to our country's economy, and I believe you all understand that you need to increase your efforts in cultivation and harvesting, and also ensure that we produce enough surplus for other markets. Currently, Mata Tea Factory has the capacity to supply over 200 tons of tea per month to both domestic and international markets. In Nyaruguru district, more than 9,000 hectares are dedicated to tea cultivation, supporting local livelihoods and contributing to the national economy. On Monday, the Prime Minister continued his working visit in Huye district, touring the Sovu industrial zone, an area undergoing expansion to accommodate more factories, where he was briefed on both the achievements made and the challenges that require advocacy to accelerate development in the district. To the health sector, heart disease is a growing concern around the world, and simple habits can make a big difference. Cardiologists are urging people to cut down on salt as high salt intake significantly raises the risk of heart problems. They also emphasize the importance of treating tonsillitis promptly, especially in children, since neglecting it can have serious long-term effects on the heart. These insights come from Dr. B. Ephraim, a cardiologist at the CHUK. We have details.
See diverse cardiovascular conditions, some resulting from infectious diseases like rheumatic heart disease, which is a complication of a sore throat which is not treated during childhood. It can destroy the valve, and young individuals, especially from the rural area, present with those valvular conditions with rheumatic heart disease. And the other is something which is very increasing is hypertension and cardiovascular disease, heart problem that complicates from untreated hypertension or undiagnosed, undetected hypertension. That's what we usually commonly see from the urban patients that we see, also from the rural. And the others are heart failure resulting from weakening of the heart muscle. It's a very common condition that we see. We don't particularly know why patients develop that condition, but there are some predisposing factors like alcohol, some toxins that we may take in our diet. Sometimes it may be related to pregnancy, and diabetes can also lead to that. And these are basically the three most common conditions that we see here. Lifestyle contributes significantly to heart problems. We have to make sure that our blood pressure is okay by occasionally measuring our blood pressure, because unlike any other disease, hypertension doesn't always give you symptoms. It may initially present with a heart problem or a kidney problem or a stroke. So that's something that we should detect by regularly checking our blood pressure. And sedentary lifestyle, not exercising, and also dietary behaviors like consumption of too much fat, too much salt, too much sugar. These are all contributing to development of heart conditions. The first thing that we advise patients when they come with high blood pressure is to change their lifestyle, dietary pattern, be more active, do more exercise, and if that doesn't work, then we have several medications that we have to choose from the different patient characteristics. Some medication might be suited to one patient, other medication might be suited for another one, depending on their general condition, their laboratory, and so on. Then if we control this with medications, the probability of complications happening, heart problem, kidney disease, stroke, and so on, the probability of happening on that individual significantly decreases. So there are effective medications that control blood pressure. Usually patients are not that much enthusiastic to initiate treatment, but because mostly these patients are not symptomatic. But the consequences of hypertension can come without symptoms. It can come suddenly, even in apparently normal, healthy looking individual. So the best thing to do is to try to control with lifestyle and as well as medications. There are many medications that we use to control. We have in-house surgery team that's based in King Faisal, and we initially, when we encounter patients who require surgery, we initially try to stabilize them, make them stable, and once they are fit for surgery, we'll send them to King Faisal, where they're evaluated there and the surgery can be done in King Faisal Hospital. The first thing is salt restriction. The basic thing someone can do is salt restriction. I've seen that Rwandan diet is not that fat rich, but we use a lot of oil. So limiting the use of oil is important, and fatty substances, animal products, like limiting the consumption of meat is also important. And the other is having an active lifestyle, trying to exercise at least some 3, 4, 5 days of the week regularly. At least it's recommended to do 30 minutes of exercise a day, or 150 minutes exercise of a total for 1 week is recommended by different guidelines to keep one's health. Those are the things I would advise. There are also some alcohol-related issues, so limitation of alcohol is important, and the other is smoking. Smoking should be discouraged because it's one of the reasons why most of the heart problems arise.
Every journey has a beginning. From nature comes refreshing fruity goodness that keeps you going every day. With every pack complementing life's best moments. Not one, not 2, but 5 different fruity flavors. And this journey keeps giving. Introducing Inyandi's new fruity juice flavors, guava and cocktail. Now available at your nearest shop. Always ask for Inyandi.
nkiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka imwe, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi hari abamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njya muri kaminuza hari abanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko nashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashije, ariko byaragiye nanditse amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
You're still watching RTV News. Now to matters making headlines globally. Sudan's hospitals are under pressure, overwhelmed by outbreaks of diseases that have infected thousands of people. 2 years of conflict has destroyed more than half the health facilities in Khartoum, and as more people return home after the army retook control of the capital, the few functioning hospitals are struggling to cope. Al Jazeera has the details.
The corridors of Omdurman Hospital, one of the few large medical complexes in the Sudanese capital, have turned into a makeshift ward for patients with dengue fever. The viral infection, spread by mosquitoes, has been spreading rapidly. Pools of stagnant water after the rainy season provide ideal breeding grounds. Thousands of cases have been recorded.
I felt the symptoms of dengue fever 2 weeks ago and tested at a health center nearby. I was referred to a hospital, but they couldn't treat me, so I was brought to Omdurman Hospital.
Khartoum is trying to rebuild after nearly 2.5 years of fighting between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces. Authorities say the violence has destroyed more than half of its hospitals.
We brought our brother here, but there is no improvement. He's only been given IVs and we don't see any improvement.
More than 5,000 cases of malaria, typhoid and dengue fever and dozens of deaths have been reported in just one area of the capital in the past month. The increase in cases is putting a strain on Sudan's health sector at a time when thousands are returning to the capital. The congestion in hospitals and shortage of medical supplies are forcing some patients to seek alternative treatments. Muhammad Ali returned to his home in Bahri after the army regained control of the capital in March. He says he tested positive for malaria and dengue fever, but opted for home remedies.
I got tested at the health center in another district because the one in our district is not properly equipped. I was only able to get treatment for malaria, so I decided to take my medicine at home. I'm also taking traditional remedies because it's faster than waiting at the hospital.
Aid organizations have warned the caseload is likely to increase, and without support for the health sector, they fear more people will die waiting for treatment. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, Khartoum.
And this brings us to the end of tonight's bulletin. On behalf of the entire news team, thank you for joining us. And before I say goodbye, continue enjoying the UCI Road World Championship here on Rwanda Television and on all RBA platforms. We got you. Good night and have a productive week ahead.